Get well, Rhett. Look forward to seeing you soon as Crane taps the fill, and we are underway. Newsom will bring it across for the Jacks. Newsom coming over from the Prairie Falcons, and a drive into the paint, and they're going to call a traveling. Valdez did a good job of cutting off the drive there and forcing the early turnover. Ball movement now. Rico George stops his dribble at the foul line. This is Wilson for three. Yes, Caden Wilson. That's what he can do, folks. 3-0, Seton Catholic. Ball movement now. Crane with it, being guarded by Wilson. Irwin gets around George, kicks to the corner. Phil shuffles the feet, moves left, and the shot looks left, and it is, and it's hauled in by Wilson, and a foul is going to be called early here on Crane. Wilson with 3 points and a board. Shane, it's also streaming on YouTube. If you can't figure out how to cast it to the TV through Facebook, if your TV is a smart TV and it's got the YouTube app, just search N2 Media on YouTube and we'll be streaming it there as well. 3-0, Seton Catholic on top here. George working against Phil. Ball fake, feed inside. Valdez goes up with the left and scores. So 5-0 Cougars. Corner. Phil with it now, skips it all the way over here to Newsom. Newsom gets it right in front of the foul, half-court line, Screened by Jenkins. Newsom has it stolen away. Ball loose, picked up by Wilson. So the Cougars doing a great job so far. Wilson doing it himself, finds an open shooter for three. Yes, 8-0. That is Brady Angelo. Jenkins working against Valdez, might have traveled, and he did. Turnover. So a dream start here on the road for Seton Catholic. And a steal in the backcourt, and then we've got a violation, kicking violation on Rico George. Sticking his foot out, stop the basketball after the Lumberjacks steal. 5:47 to go, opening quarter. Jacks still looking for their first home bucket. Crane double teamed, has it poked out of bounds. Mason Glassmeyer with his hands up. A lot of size and athleticism for the Cougars of Seton Catholic. And by the way, good luck to the football program. They are going to be playing in their first state championship tomorrow against the Royal Golden Knights. Three by Newsom is up, no good. Crane offensive rebound, gets it out, and now gets it back. Working on Glassmeyer. Help defense by Angelo, pokes it loose. And now a skip back to the near side. Phil being bothered by Wilson. Newsom now back to Phil. 14 on the shot clock here. Still plenty of time for the Jacks, but tough matchup zone defense so far being played here by the Cougars. Still beyond the volleyball line, rotates it. Crane stops, hits right in front of it. Valdez. And we got a timeout. We'll keep it right here with the Seton Catholic bench. Seton Catholic coached by Donald Wilson. And they're off to a great start here. So again, Rhett Young not available here tonight for the RA Long Lumberjacks. Playing without their 6'8" anchor in the middle. It'll be a different looking group here tonight for the Jacks without him. No doubt they'd like to pressure the basketball, force a lot of turnovers, and get out and run. But this Cougars defense very solid here in the early going. Cutting off the passing lanes. Jacks are going to try to pressure the basketball here on the inbound. Angelo looking to sprint past Phil, instead passes it up ahead. George throws the ball inside, a little bit behind the intended target. Here comes Crane out and running. Phil running with him, gets the pass and then gets it out. Rotation, Irwin for three, looks long, and it is. Rebound, Angelo. Brady Angelo right down the teeth of the defense, throws it away out of bounds. A little bit too much sauce, trying to get it to Glassmeyer in the corner. So Seton Catholic turning it over 3 times in a row now. It's good news for the Jacks if they are able to force some turnovers. Crane ball fakes with it, getting some space here. Wilson closes out, might have got a fingertip on that one, and it's saved by Glassmeyer. Angelo brings it up. Nice in and out dribble to get by Irwin. Drives it inside, floats, tough shot over Tremaine Jenkins. But Angelo looking good so far. Newsom, tough 3 hits. Wow, that is a tough bucket. 10-5. Lob back to the near side corner. Angelo ball fakes, gets around Irwin, leaves the shot short, follows his shot, but can't get it. Crane does. Crane passes it up ahead, and Irwin falls down, keeps his dribble, looking for help. Finds Crane. Crane with it now to Newsom. 15 on the shot clock. Crane still with his dribble, backing it out. Looking to work. Settles for a tough 3. No. Long rebound controlled. Valdez with it. Double team now. And a steal. Jenkins 1-on-2. Looking to go up and passes it back. Might have went up with the shot there instead. And the save attempt. Ball thrown away momentarily. Crane forces the steal. Picks up his dribble, looking for some help. Rotation. Newsom inside. Nice play. Landon, the Crocodile Hunter Irwin says, crikey, 10-7. Whistle. And we're going to get a foul in the backcourt on Newsom. That's the first personal on Newsom. Angelo, jump stop into a triple, no. Irwin with the rebound for RA Long. RA Long looking to speed it up here. Long pass up ahead, high, kicked out. Irwin, bump, no call, gets up and under and around Wilson. Crikey! Wilson drives down the middle, kicks, far side open, shot by George, no good. Rebound Newsom. Jacks have cut it to 1 now after starting in an 8-0 hole. And we've got a 5-second violation called against Newsom. Ball pressure there. That was Tyler Tran on the defense there for Seton Catholic. Inbound goes to Rico George, working on Irwin. Minute 45 left here in the opening quarter. Wilson being guarded by Jenkins, tries to jab it off, and now a switch. The Jacks are going to be happy to double team the ball here when he's got it and see what they can live with. Tough shot is banked in. Wilson thought he missed it because he followed it right away, but got it in the right spot. 5 points now for Caden Wilson, and the lead back up to 3 here. Thill picks up his dribble, skips it far side. This is Irwin for the tie. Looks long, and it is. Jenkins snatches it out of the air on the offensive rebound. Thill left alone. And we're going to get a substitution here. Ben Deocean checking into the game. And Deocean is going to sub in for Mason Glassmeyer. This is where I think Seton Catholic might run into some issues, is the depth that RA Long will have on the roster versus the Cougars. But when this game gets close in the second half, see who finishes strong, and Newsom goes strong. And a block is called, as we had some continuation and some oohs and ahs after Wilson came over. But Tyler Tran's called for the foul. Fans, we do feature a live stream comment section. Feel free to type in where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, as the inbound is stolen away by Wilson. Outlet up a hand to Angelo. Angelo looking to gather, loses the ball. Now the Jacks come the other way. Thill gets an open three, shoots it, hits it. Peyton Thill was dared to shoot it. See if the Cougars want to pay a little closer attention to Peyton after the made basket ties the game, a double team far side, and the ball's out of bounds into the cheer staff. Phil's a guy with a lot of experience, and I know that you're probably going to think that he's a guy that you can just leave open because he's not really known to be a shooter, but he can knock him down for sure. He had a decent game against Aberdeen with 8 points. Did hit a triple as we're tied up now at 12. There's about a 15-second difference between shot clock and game clock as Wilson drop step spins into traffic, tied up, kicks it out. Pump fake three, Angelo takes the three, no. Wilson battling with Crane, it's tapped. Irwin controls it. Irwin double teamed in the backcourt. The Jacks have numbers up ahead. They get it up ahead. Jenkins gathers it, goes up strong off the glass. The Jacks have their first lead of the ball game, 14-12. Long pass is batted away. The Jacks might get another look here. They do. Crane gets around George, floats, leaves it up long, no good, and a foul underneath the basket on Jeff Rookledge is going to give Seton Catholic possession here, but the Jacks turning up the pressure on the defense. Jenkins, another one of those long, strong players, as we've got a half-court heave. Did it hit the ceiling? No. Rico George gave it a ride. Jacks close it on a 14-4 run after starting 8-0 in the hole. Well, fans, it's opening week here for the live streams on N2 Media. I appreciate everybody being with us. I mean, I'm not upset, right? I'll be honest with you. But I expected to be a lot more viewers for this game here, considering that it's an early season showdown between teams that figure to have a chance and probably will see each other in Yakima, just on opposite brackets. Seton Catholic should definitely be there. I would be willing to wager a lot that they will be at the state tournament, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they're in the semifinals or beyond. The RA Long Lumberjacks definitely have a squad this year. There's a lot of tough teams still in the 2A class. I think RA Long is going to be battling it out all year with Mark Morris and Columbia River, and I think that they'll be in pretty good shape to make a trip to Yakima by the time the season's over with. See how it goes for RA Long. But getting the transfers from Prairie and Cam Newsom and Josh Crane, adding a lot of depth and flexibility for head coach Jeray Key, who's in his 7th season as the head man, 12th year overall in the program. As Wilson fires a pass inside, a kick out, shot no good. Loose ball battled for Jeff Rookledge, battling with George, and it's last touched by Rookledge. Seton Catholic will retain possession here. And the shot clock's at 24 for the Cougars. High screen set by Wilson. Wilson stays out, shoots a three, and it's way long, and Crane gets to it before Tran. And now Crane will slow it down and bring it across. Instead, advances it. Now Rookledge with it in the corner. Fans, be sure to share the live stream link with friends and family. Post it on social media. Jeff Rookledge for three. Yes! The Rook gives the Jacks a 5-point lead. That's what Jeff is going to do. Jeff is a guy who broke an Adam Perry record that was set at Monticello, as we've got a three by Tran, no good. Jenkins controls the long rebound right at the free throw line. But Jeff Rookledge is a guy that can score the basketball, just a junior. really looking forward to the development of Jeff's game from this season to the end. He's going to be vital for RA Long's success if he continues to come off the bench. A great scoring option. Phil rotates it, and it gets all the way to Irwin, now being guarded by Tran. Irwin puts it on the deck, leaves it, reverse layup, pump fake. Look at the control there with the body and the strength to finish by Trey Jenkins. Give the Crocodile Hunter the dime. And we got a whistle, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Caden Wilson, it looks like. No, excuse me. DeOceaned. Into the ball game is Glassmeyer and Valdez.
Glassmeyer into the ball game for the Cougars, along with Valdez.
Jacks have all of a sudden opened up a 19-12 advantage here. Angelo guarding the ball. Phil moves it over. You can see the zone being played here. So the high post available, and Josh Crane gets around his defender but steps on the baseline. And we got a sub Newsom coming back in here for RA Long. Like I said, this is the advantage here for the Jacks. The Jacks have the ability to rotate in fresh bodies. Angelo working, gets around Newsom and sprints into the front court, now backs it out. Angelo inside, tough shot. Valdez with the left hand, nice touch. Turnaround, he's got the big headband. It's almost like a bandana out there. Badly needed bucket there for the Cougars. Trim the lead to 5. RA Long now rotating it around the perimeter, looking for an opening in the zone here. Crane backs it out, head fakes, goes to the corner. Newsom for 3, no. Rebound Valdez. Valdez throws it away. Ooh, and they're going to say it was tipped out of bounds here. Don't know about that, but Brenner Coates into the ball game, a sophomore.
Brenner Coates into the ball game for the Jets. Replaces Jenkins.
Trey Jenkins will check out here. Live stream comment section awfully quiet here tonight. Gotta be honest with you. Tough defense on the ball. Angelo fires it inside, and it's blocked from behind, and I think that it was off of Valdez afterwards. It was. Getting a piece of it, I believe, was Irwin.
George and Wilson back in the ball game for the Cougars. Replaces Tran and Angelo.
(19-14). Jacks with the advantage and the basketball. Irwin finds Newsom now. Newsom almost picked up his dribble, wanted to maybe fire a pass back to the corner. Now they reset with 12 on the shot clock. Newsom walks into a 3. It's long. Rebound grabbed by Glassmeyer on the glass. Fitting last name for a basketball player, if you ask me. Now Wilson jab steps, and a foul is going to be called on Crane. And without Rhett Young available, Crane will be doing a lot of the duties on Wilson here tonight, and that's going to be his second personal foul, and your best ability is availability, and Dre Key knows that. He's going to do what he can to keep his man available for as long as the contest allows. Jenkins will take his place and D up on Wilson. Rico George will bring it across now here for the Cougars. Good switch on defense there by Newsom. Glassmeyer cut off. Coates deflects the pass. Good ball movement. Rookledge for 3. No, rolled out. Looked like it was down. Battled down low. Coates and Valdez, and they continue to go. And it's going to be Lumberjacks basketball.
Lumberjack basketball. Cougars substitution, Angelo back in the ball game. Replaces DeOcean.
Maddie, I actually don't know how to do it on Facebook. There's something on there that allows you to do it. Near the bottom, I think, if you tap, like something next to the full screen symbol, I think. Newsom for 3 in the corner. No. Ball tapped, controlled though. Irwin with it. It is streaming on YouTube as well, Maddie, if you want to check the YouTube channel, N2 Media. That's all you got to type in, and you'll see the symbol you're familiar with, and it'll definitely cast to the TV there because there's an app on the TV. Nice leave. Jenkins has it blocked by two guys. Angelo poked it away. Wilson prevented it from going any closer. And we got a carry entering the paint there by Angelo. 3:38 to go, 19-14. It's slowed down just a little bit here. Newsom gets a screen, takes a three. It's no good. Valdez with it, tries the outlet. Irwin takes it away. From the high post, Rookledge, no. And it's tapped around, controlled by Glassmeyer. Long outlet up ahead. All alone is Rico George, and he goes up and lays it in easily. Jacks go the other way. 19-16. Irwin head fakes, puts it on the deck, pops from 10, no good. And a battle down low again. Valdez and Coates, and it's off of Coates. It'll be Seton Catholic basketball. Peyton Phil checks in for Coates. We got a whistle, and we're going to get a 30-second timeout. .249 to go. Nobody on the Lumberjacks with more than 4. Leading scorer for Seton Catholic is Brady Angelo with 5, but Trey Jenkins with 4, Landon Irwin with 4, and then Thill with 3, Newsom with 3, Rookledge with 3, Josh Crane with a deuce. It'll be Seton Catholic basketball, currently on a 4-0 run. Wilson jabs left, goes right. Falling down inside is Jenkins, and Jenkins trying to draw the charge. Instead picks up the personal, and I believe we'll have some free throws coming here. 2 shots for Caden Wilson.
First personal, second team foul of the quarter.
And Wilson walking it off all the way back to half court. Feeling the effects of going down hard there in the paint. Wilson hasn't scored since the first basket of the game when he hit a 3, and he misses the front end of these 2 free throws, and he's still stretching out his left leg a little bit here. But just an absolute man-child, a 6'6" sophomore here in Caden Wilson, son of the head coach of Seton Catholic, and he hits the second. Now 4 in the game. Cougars add to their run now here, 5-0, 19-17. Dill almost got caught in between steps there. Back to Irwin. Irwin close out on it. It's blocked by Wilson. Jenkins snatches it out of the air. Irwin doesn't give up. Drives right down the lane. Finger rolls it in. Crikey.
Irwin for 2. Jenkins with the assist.
A lot of that play was by Trey Jenkins. Wilson leaves it short, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
Wilson for 2.
Corner 3, Irwin. Crikey!
Landon Irwin for 3.
Irwin now with 9. He had 18 to lead all scorers against Aberdeen, and Coach Drake Key said after the game that he didn't call a single offensive play for him, but he still led the team in scoring. 3 ball missed by Wilson. Wilson heads up, jumping the passing lane.
Wynn and the Ocean into the ballgame for the Cougars.
Kiet Wynn and Ben Deocean checking in here for Seton Catholic. Thill will inbound at 24-19 Jacks. Minute 10 left here in the first half. Thill in rotation. His three rolls around and in. So Peyton Thill with his second triple of the game. And the Jacks up by 8 now, 27-19. Nice cut backdoor whistle, traveling called. The Cougars turn it over, 47.9. The Jacks have been the better of the two teams closing the quarters so far here in the ball game, and that's really the difference. They lead it here by 8, looking for more. There's about a 16-second difference here between shot clock and game clock. Thill drives and kicks to the corner. Rookledge's three is off the side of the backboard. Long rebound is going to come out here, and Thill tracks it down. Now the shot clock, game clock nearly identical. I think that the Jacks might hold for the best look available here as Newsom crosses over, rises up. He's fouled on the shot and will head to the line for 2. Rico George called on the foul. It's going to be his first personal.
To the line for the Jacks is Newsom, shooting 2.
First free throw off by Newsom. Robert Wilson is going to sub in here for Trey Jenkins. His first action of the ball game. Second free throw rattles out, so Newsom unable to connect on either of the two free throws. Wilson with the board. Wilson nearly lost a handle, goes to the far side. Deep three, short and out of bounds. And there's going to be 0.3 seconds left on the clock here for the Jacks. And they inbound it, and nobody does anything. Apologies there, the camera cord got tripped just a little bit. So that's the half. Good first half of basketball, 27-19. Christy Young's got the crocodile emoji. Yes, that is what we're going with from here on forward. If it's annoying, I understand. My son just came here and he asked, is Rhett here? And he immediately noticed that the biggest player on RA Long's roster is, in fact, not present here tonight. Hopefully, Rhett is resting up and getting better. He played in the first game against Aberdeen, scored 16 points, but unable to get it going here tonight, out with an illness. But he'll be back. But in the place of Rhett Young, Josh Crane doing a good job down low. Him and Jenkins doing a fantastic job trying to man down Caden Wilson, which is easier said than done. But so far, Wilson held to 6 points. And then Crane with 2 points, Jenkins with 4 points. But rebounds is the big category in which they're really helping RA Long out at. Crane playing with 2 personal fouls, got to watch it there. But we've got cheerleaders here, and they can't get the music working out here really well, so go figure. I do need to turn the sound down so we don't get flagged for copyright, so they're going to try it again here. And I think that they've got it going now. I just saw something funny. All right, fans, those are the RA Long cheerleaders. We are here at the half, 6 minutes till the start of the second half. Fans, Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of RA Long and Mark Morris High School on good. All right, we are just about set here. It'll be Seton Catholic basketball. Wilson immediately pulls the trigger from long range, misses that shot. Newsom with the board. Newsom looking to get past Glassmeyer, does. Now seals him off, steps through. Crane with it now. Jenkins out of the corner, drives, has it poked away from behind. It's going to stay here with RA Long. Jenkins had a pretty good look there to go up to the reverse side, just had the ball poked loose from behind. High screen here being set. Nope. Newsom goes in and out dribble, tries to get around Angelo, travels, and it's called. Jacks turn it over. Good defense being played on the perimeter here by Irwin. Irwin cutting off Angelo. Angelo skips it far side, has it poked away. Wilson does, by Jenkins. Jenkins not allowing any breathing room. Crane comes over, drop step spin. Wilson rises up, tough shot, misses it. Jenkins goes up strong and secures. Good box out on Valdez. Phil double teamed, looking for help, skips it. Crane open. Crane wisely puts it on the deck instead of trying to force up that three with a hard closeout. Gets it back. Goes around, might have been a foul there. Crane leaves it a little bit short. And another possession here, though, for the Jacks. Great hustle play by Jenkins. Ball fake, Newsom gets around, and it's rejected! Volleyball spike by Wilson out of bounds. Ooh, boy. .6:28 to go, 22 on the shot clock after that rejection. Phil pulls the trigger immediately, misses it. Jenkins, though, secures the offensive rebound, takes it away from George. George on the floor. Three by Newsom, it rolls out. Jenkins battling, and it's picked up here by Glassmeyer. Glassmeyer outlets it, far side court, almost dunked there. Shot missed, Loss on the way up a little bit. Jenkins cherry picking, goes up reverse and scores. I say that he's cherry picking, he's really not. He just ran the court really well. And a steal far side. Outlet up ahead, Phil goes up. And that's a count the bucket and one. Crikey. Thought they might get goaltending there. Wilson did make contact with it.
Tran back in the ballgame for the Cougars. Replaces Valdez. Irwin to the line for the Jets.
What a play there by Landon. Don't call him Steve, the Crocodile Hunter, Irwin. And we got a whistle. Irwin hit the free throw. And now they're saying one shot.
Shooting the N1.
Eric Elliott giving a warning. Irwin hits. Elliott almost iced him. George being bothered by Irwin. Tran cut off now by Irwin. Landon doing a phenomenal job here. Trey doing a great job as well. Skip pass from Wilson. Near side, Glassmeyer tries to go back far side. George open for three out of the corner. No. Crane goes up, battling with it. We got a foul. It's going to be on the floor against Angelo. Christy's in the live stream comment section. Christy Young on Facebook says, Trey is looking strong. You know, the difference is just monumental this season for Trey. He doesn't have to rush himself back from an injury and doesn't feel like he has to shoulder the load. He's been working extremely hard in the offseason, going to have a chance to play football at the next level. He's very strong right now, and the foot's looking great. He's having a great game here so far. Irwin with it now. Feeds it inside. Crane elbow J short. Trey taps it out. Controlled by Angelo, though. In and out dribble. Angelo gets around Crane. Slide step over. Count the bucket and one for Angelo. Wasn't sure if they were going to award it or not, but Brady Angelo with a quick move. Irwin called for the foul.
To the line, shooting the N1.
Angelo's free throw long, and Wilson powers down the rebound, goes up and under, count the bucket, and one for Caden Wilson. So here comes Seton Catholic. Hard to keep Caden Wilson down. He is going to single-handedly dominate a lot of games this year for the Cougars. Free throw is good. 5-point possession. Crane called for the foul. That's his third, so something to pay attention to. Irwin in the corner for three, wide open. No. George with the rebound. And then has it poked away. Kroike! And he has it ripped away by Wilson. And now a whistle. And a little extracurricular there on the follow-through. Two guys just going hard there, and it's going to be a foul on the floor on Peyton Thill of RA Long. No shot.
First personal, 13 foul at the court.
So 4:24 to go. Jeff Rookledge up off the bench. He'll check in here for RA Long. And he's going to get Crane. So this is kind of where Seton Catholic has a really good opportunity. We'll see how it goes. Jenkins has moved over here on Wilson. It's going to be a tough assignment, but they're going to have to try to keep them off the boards. Angelo, quick trigger from three. Rookledge immediately secures a board. And here comes Newsom far side. Drops it off. Nice pass underneath. Phil might have gone up right away. Count the bucket and one, though, for Trey Jenkins, who utilizes a great pump fake and uses the reverse side here to get the basket. Trey Jenkins, wow. Trey with 8, and all of them have been strong buckets. Problem Child's in the chat on YouTube says, I was so close to making that RA Long team. You and me both. Jenkins, free throw, no good. Irwin, though, secures the offensive rebound. So the Jacks looking to capitalize on an extra look here. Newsom floats, no, leaves it short. Wilson goes high to tap that back to himself over Dre, and skip pass now, far side. DeOcean goes up strong! Counted and one.
DeOcean for 2. And the foul. Lumberjack foul number 23, Irwin. Second
Landon Irwin called for the foul, his second.
DeOcean to the line, shooting the one.
DeOcean's free throw is good. Whistles, timeout. We'll keep it right here with the Seton Catholic Cougars. 3:53 to go here in the third quarter. RA Long leading it 34-27. Great back and forth game here so far. Well, got ourselves a ball game here, folks. Season opener for the RA Long Lumberjacks. Fans, our next live stream is going to be coming up next Tuesday. It'll be the Skyview Storm taking on the Kelso Highlanders in the Greater St. Helens 3A, 4A non-league slate of action. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. Lumberjacks basketball out of the timeout. Newsom working against Tran. Tran's a guy that's going to move his feet extremely well on defense and look to draw a lot of charges and push-offs. And this one's out of bounds. It's going to stay here. Last touched by Rico George, and George acknowledging it was off of his knee. Oh, sorry. Irwin goes up and under and fouled from behind by DeOcean. And it's going to be free throws for Irwin.
Foul number 44, DeOcean. Second personal, fourth team foul of the quarter. Irwin to the line for the Jacks. Shooting.
3:30 to go here in the third. Irwin steps up, hits the first. He's leading all scorers in the ball game by my unofficial count here. He's got 13 in the ball game as Angelo checks out and Kiet Wynn checks in. Irwin misses on the second. Wilson's there with the board. Pass, tried to go far side court, unable to do so, picked off by Newsom. Newsom moves it to the wing, feed down low. Jenkins misses the reverse this time. Wilson came over and bothered. And a timeout called by George as he was trapped in the backcourt. We'll keep it right here with the Lumberjack side this time with 3:10 to go in the third. 35-27, RA Long on top. Nearing a double-digit lead there. Jenkins in good position. Jacks have been very unselfish so far here tonight. When we talked to Dre Key, we being me. But he told me that, we got 7 different guys that can score double figures and probably be our leading scorer any one given night. And guys are going to be unselfish, and he's really, really blessed with the opportunity to coach such a deep team. As you can see, they're without Rhett Young here tonight, a guy who would be in the starting lineup and be very impactful, will be very impactful in every game that he plays in. But the Jacks doing a great job in just battling here tonight. And Seton Catholic as well. I mean, that's the one area that's kind of challenging for them here as well. They're down a starter. Lance Lee is up in Seattle getting ready to play for a state championship in football tomorrow. And he would be here for Seton Catholic, but he's not available. So both teams in the early going down a starter here in this ball game. A lot of time to go here. 3:10 to go third quarter. After the timeout called by the Cougars, they look to go to work. Good full court pressure here by Phil on Rico George. Now Tran moves it here. DeOcean being guarded. Drives in against Rookledge. Skip pass. Tran gets around the edge on Irwin. Picks up his dribble inside. Goes up and just misses it. Sneaky little shot attempt there. Irwin bounce passes it to Jenkins here, and the Jacks looking to run now. with the pressure in the backcourt. And now it's slowed up behind the volleyball line. Newsom surveying. 16 on the shot clock. 3 by Rookledge. No. Jenkins goes up high and he's fouled. Wilson's going to get called for the loose ball foul. And it's going to be bonus free throws for both teams the rest of the way here. That is the 5th team foul. And it's the first personal on Wilson. So he's done a good job of minding his manners so far here in the ball game. First free throw, no good from Trey. Subs coming in here. Brady Angelo back into the ball game, and Roberto Valdez as well. Rico George and Caden Wilson will check out. So this next 2:27 will be very critical for the guys on the court for the Cougars. If the Jacks can capitalize with Wilson on the bench and take a double-digit lead into the final quarter, it'd be huge. Second free throw, no good. Thill says, I'll pull the trigger for 3, no good. Deochin with the board. Tran steps back for 3, no. Thill with the rebound. Nice run there by Rookledge, nice feed.
Rookledge for 2. Jenkins with the assist.
Give Trey Jenkins the dime. Nice crossover. Angelo gets around one, kicks to the corner. Out of the corner, Tran. Deochin gets around Irwin and scores. Man, fleet of foot and strong there by Deochin. He's got 5 now off the bench. Still an 8-point game. Newsom momentarily left, thought about shooting it, but kept on dribbling. 1:34 to go. Jenkins does a good job stealing. Shoots, no good. And now a long pass up ahead. Tran receives. High screen. Good job switching there on defense. Deochin for 3. No. Optimistic. Valdez on the floor, tied up with Rookledge, and they've got the ball pinned between a rock and a hard spot. And it's going to be RA Long basketball. Brenner Coates checking back into the game. Trey Jenkins will get a rest. It's a good opportunity there with Wilson on the bench. Minute 10 to go here in the third. Jacks holding on to an 8-point advantage. These two teams played last season, and the Jacks went down and won by 23, I believe, at Seton Catholic early in the year. Much different team Seton Catholic is. Nice play there. Newsom drives right down the paint, uses the left to finish. And now we got a steal by Newsom in the backcourt, and he's looking to seal off Deochin. Goes around Angelo, 4 quick points for the transfer from Prairie, Cam Newsom. And it's the largest lead of the ball game for RA Long, 41-29. And look at Newsom continuing to work in the backcourt. The pressure that the Jacks are applying forces another turnover. And again, I go back to it. This has been the key for the RA Long Lumberjacks here tonight, is just finishing the quarters as strong as they have been. And they've got another opportunity to score here. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Can barely catch my breath. Newsom doing a great job here down the stretch in the third. He feels the pressure. Open shot passed up. Drive and a pass off. Foul called. Irwin will head back to the free throw line, but did a great job being patient. Ran right by the defender.
For his personal 16 foul of the quarter.
41-29, 15.3 to go here in the third. And Irwin connects on the first. Now 14 in the ball game. Misses the next one. The Jacks leaving more to be desired at the free throw line here in the third, but it's still early season and a tough opponent. Deochin for 3, walks into that one, draws rim this time. 5 on the clock. Coates gets it to Irwin. Irwin looks up. 2, 1. Good if it goes. It's short, and that's going to do it here. But the Lumberjacks close the quarter strong, and they take their largest lead of the game into the final 8 minutes here at the home opener, 42-29 versus Seton Catholic. As I mentioned here, Landon Irwin with 14 leading the way. Cam Newsom after the 4 straight points scored. He's got 7. Jenkins with 8. We'll start on the decent crowd here tonight at the Lumber Dome. Not quite what you expect for like a Civil War matchup, but still. Diochin, tough shot. Goes up with the right hand. Oppo around Jenkins. 7 now for Diochin off the bench. Phil fakes left, bounce pass to the corner. Crane back into the game for 3. Yes! Nothing but net for Joshua Crane. Just his second field goal of the ball game. Kick out Diochin. Angelo answers right back. Diochin is setting it up here in the second half. Driving into the paint and kicking. Whistles and a timeout called here by Dre Key. 30-second charged timeout. .706 left in the ball game here at the Lumber Dome. It's going to be RA Long basketball. They'll have 20 seconds on the shot clock. Crane out of the corner. Looking to dribble back out. Diochin follows him. Crane gets it up. No, they're going to say shot clock violation. So out of a timeout, the Jacks turn it over on a shot clock violation. Still a lot of time left in this ball game, and Wilson getting a good long rest. Glassmeyer up off the bench. He'll head in. So will Rico George and Wilson. And as they do walk by, the ball goes out of bounds back to the Lumberjacks. So we'll see what the starting lineup, mostly starting lineup, looks like out here. Tran, the only one out there who's a non-starter. Phil gets beyond George, goes to the far side. Phil with it, takes the 3. Yes! Pete Phil has been huge here in the ball game, folks. He may not end up with the most points, the most rebounds, most assists, but he's hit 3 really big shots, all of them from downtown. Angelo goes strong, no good. Tipped up with the left hand and in from behind by Caden Wilson. You can just see the athleticism.
Wilson for 2.
Crane goes up. That was a block, but I thought it was goaltending. I think it hit the glass, and Dre Key's got palms up saying, why aren't we calling goaltending here? Shot clock reset, though. Newsom drives and floats, misses. Ball out of bounds, last touch by, RA Long. Nice step through drive. Tran for 3, no good. Ball tapped up out of bounds. And last touch, they say, by Wilson.
Out of bounds, Lumberjack basketball.
Lumberjacks basketball. Close there. Down the stretch here in this one. Jake Moe says Thursday Night Football, the Lions are up on the Packers 31-28. And got a kick ball by Rico George. New shot clock, 5:16 left in this one. 99 viewers. We need one more for 100 here in the first RA Long stream. Let's do it. We've been over 100 in every stream except for the Kelso RA Long girls game, which is 2, by the way. Two other streams besides that. Phil gets the inbound. Oh, nice run down low there by Jenkins. Got the ball but gave it up. Skip pass far side, Crane to Newsome. And then throwing it up around Wilson is Irwin, and he's going to get shots for his effort. Got Wilson up off of the ground. Good spot to be here for RA Long, is at the free throw line leading. Not able to connect on the first. Again, the Jacks not doing a particularly great job at the free throw line here tonight. Irwin gets the roll on the second. Wilson dead with it, gets it to Angelo here, setting a screen. Good defense there by Irwin. Corner three closed out on beautifully by Crane, but it doesn't matter. Tran hits it right in front of him. Big bucket. Crane loses it, turnover. George comes away with it. George gets around Phil, goes up with the right, scores! 5 quick points. It's an 8-point game here. Crane drives around. Far side, ball movement. Newsome, three. Yes! And he comes up hurt. And he is not doing good, and he is not putting any weight on it. That is an awful sign. Great job there on the three ball by Newsome, but no doubt he is going to be exiting the ball game. You hate to see it. .52-41, injury timeout or charge timeout here to RA Long, it would be. Let's just hope that Newsome's okay, but he did not put any weight, looked like on his left shin. Does have a tape job on it, so let's hope it's not too serious. 4:06 left in this one. Andrew O'Brien says, really nice to see my two favorite high schools in Southwest Washington play each other. Thanks for covering the game. Absolutely, Andrew. Thanks for watching the game. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel on YouTube. I need everybody's support. I got a hat in hand here. After the timeout, it's an 11-point deficit here for Seton. Deochand working hard against Crane. Tries to just drive right through him. Sets up another open shot from the far side, and it's missed. Crane with the rebounds underneath the basket, and the kick ball by Angelo. It's going to give RA Long a chance to inbound. 3:43 left. Newsome is back out on the bench. Good sign. Let's hope it's just a shin splint. We used to get those doing box jumps and plyometrics back in the day. My legs hurt just thinking about it. Far side, kicked out Irwin. Rotation near side. Crane double team, Jenkins double team. Now Crane with it. Back to Trey. Trey inside. Phil gets it to Irwin. Irwin for three. No. Deochand with the rebound. Outlets up ahead. Tran hands off to Angelo. Angelo gets around Phil, lays it up and in. Reverse side. Great play there by Brady Angelo. Back down to a 9-point advantage. Crane working against Angelo. Goes up, misses. Wilson and him battle for it. Gets back out to Angelo. Angelo, crossover three, no good. Phil gets the rebound on the run. Lobs it up ahead. Rookledge is up there, lays it up and in off the glass. Nice play there by Phil to catch that on the run and outlet it up ahead. Great job by Rookledge to run the court. Rico George just loses it on the way up. Angelo swipes at it. Rookledge outlets it far side. Running the court is Jenkins, and Jenkins lays it in. 13-point lead, largest again here for RA Long. They've tied this lead a couple times. They led 42-29 heading into the final 8 minutes here. Shot no good by Angelo, but he's going to head to the line.
Lumberjack foul number 21, Crane, fourth personal, first team foul of the quarter. Angelo to the line.
I got Angelo with 12. It could be 2 more, but he's at the free throw line. A minute 51 left in this one. Hits the first.
Glassmeyer back in the ballgame for the Cougars.
Mason Glassmeyer
Replaces Tran.
checks back in here. And another free throw for Angelo. Kick ball.
Take basketball. Fresh shot clock.
1:38 left in this one. It's an 11-point Lumberjacks lead. There's only one team foul here for each team, so Seton not super close to putting the Jacks on the line if they want to try to do so. And then steal there. George comes away with it. Fancy dribbling behind the back. Bothered by 2 Jacks. Crane comes in. Pokes it loose. Turned over back to RA Long. 1:15 left in the game. Seton not giving up yet. Jacks looking to utilize the clock here. It's their best friend. And this one's stolen away. Up ahead. Here goes Wilson.
Wilson for 2.
With authority. Timeout. RA Long. 56-47 with 46.8 left in the ball game. Well, fans, consider a donation here to your host, N2 Media. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable, free live streaming action all season long. And our live stream proudly sponsored by Edward Jones, Ryan Littlefield, financial advisor. But appreciate all the support. Again, if you haven't liked and are following the live stream channel that you're watching on, then you need to do so. This is where you could find us. Fans, I'm going to need help in the live stream comment section for votes for player of the game. Seton Catholic versus RA Long here tonight. Jack's getting out of the timeout, but we'll go over the numbers. But as of right now, looks like Irwin's got 15 unofficially. And this ball's poked out of bounds. Ooh, nearly a turnover.
Lumberjack basketball.
Newsom back into the game. Great sign, by the way. Skip pass back to Cam. Cam fouled from behind, and the Cougars are going to have to do that a few more times if they're going to get RA Long on the free throw line. 56-47. It's a 9-point advantage for the Jacks. That's just the second team foul. All of a sudden, it's the 4th personal on Caden Wilson. Double team in the backcourt. Look at the beautiful split there by Newsom. He's got a real thick either shin wrap or something out there. I don't think it's aesthetic. But he looks to be okay out there. He's got a smile on his face. Wilson fouls out with that last foul. And they're continuing to foul here, Seton, but time is not their friend here. 56-47 with 20.2. And that's the 4th team foul. So I believe all it's going to do is just add to the total here for the Lumberjacks. Inbound to Crane. Crane thought about a shot on Valdez, had it poked loose, and now the Jacks reset. Skipping around here. They don't have to attempt a shot. The shot clock is off, and the Cougars are not interested in fouling and putting the Jacks on the line. And that's going to do it. The first test of the season passed by the RA Long Lumberjacks, and they did it minus their 6'8" center, Rhett Young. But a tremendous team effort, and we're